True Crime with Tale for Sight here, World of YouTube. We got another mapping going along with the other mapping I had. And if you want to talk about confusion in this case, if you want to talk misleading in this case, if you want to say, oh, geez, yeah, well, this, that, and everything else, well, boy, do I got news for you. Now, I literally keep getting comments that, correcting me on this little road here that I've been speaking of right here. But what I did not, and I forgot, and only because, right, I had to go back onto Google Maps to look at this. I did know this was a place of interest because it did say it on Google Maps. But only because I say the word of what it is. I want to say that, only because I did not mention any of this at all, is because, right, I did not have the right location of the murder. And still, after going through other mappings that have come up in 3 different things now. This one would be 1. The bottom one is 2. And now a 3rd mapping has come up. And you want to know why this case is so confusing and misled and oh my God, it leads to everything of what I've been saying. Why do I talk in riddles? Why do I go about talking, of the case in all kinds of different forms and go back to the beginning? Why? Because stuff comes out all the time later on, even if it's right or if it's wrong. There are no facts in this case. Like I keep saying in one comment, someone told me to stick to the facts. How can anybody stick with the facts when everything keeps changing? Huh? 3 different mappings now I come up with, given to me from other YouTubers, subscribers. Thank you very much. I believe his name was Jason, who sent me the 3rd mapping, and which is very, very... You want to talk about misleading a case is right. So let's start over again. Girls were found here, they claim. Here. Now, them little roads I've been talking about, that I knew what it was, but I never even took a thought of thinking of it. A cemetery. But the question is, alright, that road right there is a cemetery. Now, when I went on Google Maps in the beginning, when I started this whole damn thing, like I say, you don't get the exact location where the girls are found, just at the edge of the line of a property line, blah, blah, blah. But when this came up, it was like, oh, geez, they were found here. Which, that wasn't the first one. This was the first one of a location that someone put down for Google Maps. So I copied the Google Maps location, the little numbers that you get, and I put it in the maps, and this is where it brought me. Number 2, once again, here. So as you can see, there's a big gap in between both locations, like I said. First one is here, and the other one, of course, is here. Big gap. And the other one up there, right? But what like I said, any killer in their right mind, gonna come here, go down across the water, then come around, and so claim come over here, or go around and come up here. It just makes you think, only to lead to one thing. The bodies were taken to these locations for the person to walk through this and make sense to get to the cemetery to take off. But someone claims they have 3.5 years of information on this case, and he did not leave supposedly through the cemetery. He went right back out the other way, right back out to the way he came in. Now, not only did I mention there was another car, there was a car involved at the main entrance that was seen. Now get this. A main entrance that was seen, the car, which someone asked me, how do I know if that was Bridge Guy with the white car in my video there. I do not know if it's Bridge Guy's, but it does have the appearance of Bridge Guy. I did not say it was him. I said it does have similarities to Bridge Guy, big time. But really what caught my attention now is this. Now this even gets more wackier. Because as you can see, new mapping. Let them bring this down. Now, we are way off location on the drop-off point, people. Because someone told me, and everybody keeps telling me, that the drop-off point and where the girls were... Whoops. Hey, what are you doing over there? Hey, get back over here. No. That the girls were dropped off here. Alright? Let's get this a little straight. This is supposedly where the girls were dropped off. Over there. Hey. Hey. Oh, sorry. In all seriousness. And then, of course, they walked along the trail, made it to the bridge. Not to me. All in all, like I say, that's a long hike. You know, every time I look at this mapping of that trail, and that being said, it's like, that is a long, long hike. I mean, the way that looks, to me, it's gotta be at least a mile. And a mile is 20 minutes. And walking. Now, it all depends, too. If the girls are horsing around on the trail, they stop to look at things, hell, flowers, butterflies, anything that the girls might have done that they like to do. So that makes the trail walk longer. So, that being said, and of course you get the idea if they get down the hill, go over the water, then they either end up over here or they end up over here, where someone mentions once again. So let's take a good long hard look at that dot of where the trail begins. Now remember, someone had said too that the killer came in this way, did what he did, walked back either which way and went back out this way, right? Someone says they have 3.5 years of info on this guy, and he went in and came out the trail. I get that. And I respect the person's, stuff. They could have a lot of stuff in there, and they could have the killer too. Right? But you want to talk, like I said, about confusing the case, misleading the case. And I showed you these two maps. Take a good look again. Found at the bottom there, found at the top there. This is what people been putting up, and you want to know why. Everything's all confusing. Now, my man Jason there sent me this mapping. Now, if you haven't taken a notice when I briefly stopped on this mapping, take a look at the drop-off now. For some apparent reason, there's a little trail that goes here. Hey, you hear me over there? You awake? All right. You see that drop-off point? Now, where the hell did this map come from? Real closer than to the one that's original. Because now, they're saying that the drop-off point, as you can clearly see on this map, is in here. Oh no, yeah, is that right? Yeah, is that right? Let me see. At the end of the farming. Yep. Because, yep. That was right. Somewhere in there, right? In here is the new drop-off point. So that gives me an idea that they did, you know, if they did come into this trail head, that leads to say, right, who saw a car up there that was suspicious? And why would he go here, the killer, and then walk through and catch up with the girls? Unless I can't say if that's what he did, because that would be senseless. Follow the girls and the sister to this drop-off point, then go to this drop-off point, and then walk through. And these girls would already have a kick on their walk already down to here to the river. That would make no sense. And if this is, like I say right here, reading, and there is an indication of a trail. And I did go on Google Maps, but I lost it. I was supposed to take a screenshot of it, but I didn't. But there was a little walking guy, as Google Maps shows, in this area. Little one of them little stick figures with the ski post. The stick figure with the ski post walking. It came up on this area right here. Now that leads me to this. As they're walking the bridge. Now get this. Get this. Talk about misleading a case. Because now we're off, as you can see, bodies up there. Found here, that's nowhere near the other two places. Alright? The other two places, one is up there, one's way over here. And the other one's right up there near the cemetery, which I believe this path does lead to it. You get what I'm saying? And the abduction is there. This one's saying, now look at this. Article sent. It's in a comment box under my man. I believe his name's Jason. If it ain't, sorry for messing up your name. But abduction down here. And up here is clearly the end of the bridge where they said they were followed. Bridge guy told them to go down the hill. They walked across the river and supposedly went this way through the woods. Now tell me what ain't misleading. Tell me what's misleading when people are making maps like this. This ain't my map. I didn't make up this map. This is way different than my map right here. This is Google Maps, as you can see. Google down there. You want to see a close-up? Google Maps. This is what you get when you come up on Google Maps. Right? I'd like to know what mapping this is. It does look like it's done off the computer because of the scales down there of measurements, but right there. So now we have the property line, which is supposedly what's all in the blue. But Mr. Logan supposedly, I believe, lives up in, I believe there is a house here. And of course the house is over here, but this is probably, as you can see, property line going down and around. So not only does Mr. Logan own up here, or obviously here, he owns all this too. Now, I would think that would belong to the goddamn state, especially being trails out there, the parks. But wouldn't it be very interesting to see if there is a trail by that goddamn cemetery? Because as you can see, if that is not a property line, which I don't know how property lines run through the river. It would be very interesting to see if there's a trail through there too. Because, as you can plainly see, if they got abducted at the bridge, and I don't know who made this map, like I say, have the abduction way down here, and it's clearly way up here, and then they went through the water and went around. There's got to be at least another path, so you don't have, maybe, thoughts, theories, ideas that locate out there. Why? Because maybe these are thoughts, theories, ideas, not facts. If people are afraid of heights, they don't have to walk over that bridge. That's right. They can take the easy route and go this way. That would only explain why there's a trail over there. Or, yeah, because the simple fact that, one, if people are afraid of heights, they ain't gonna want to walk over that bridge. Two, there must be another entrance like this one that exists over here by the cemetery. There could be rightfully a little trail opening, but and there's that damn road, right? And if that is the abduction spot, if this person did do the abduction spot, which I don't understand this one either, because the other road is by the river. And I don't know what the hell this road is, because it ain't by the river like the other road. And I've already mapped that sucker out, and I seen it. And I know it runs along here under the bridge around, then to the house. So what is this damn road? If there is another road that exists in the woods, see what I mean? This case just gets more insane. Because I know I've seen that road, and I pictured it out in one of my videos that it was up here, the road that belongs. And I think and I feel and you can see it clearly on the picture on the bridge, the road that literally goes over there. So now you're telling me there's two roads. And if that's the goddamn case, then you see how this thing gets more crazier and more misleading. It's about to wonder why this case ain't getting found. It's like I say, see how this map is different from my maps. And there it is. That's right. There is the road. Oh, maybe it is that. I thought it was more closer. You know what? Now that I see this, I goddamn know there's another friggin' road in here. And then it goes over. Wow. Because I seen it on the map. This one ain't nowhere near that fucking bridge. So I'm sorry, there's clearly two roads now coming up. That's insane. That's insane. That is insane. Now that I look at it, I gotta find my other mapping on this. And the pictures I took, screenshot from the bridge, mind you. There is another fucking road in there. And you ain't gonna tell me there ain't. So supposedly, right, the bodies were found on the other map, as you can plainly see, in this area by the road. But it's nowhere down the hill, over the river. And like they said, who knows where the body was moved. Well, you know what? I really need to get out to this area. Or if anybody's out there, please do a video from the side of the bridge. If you could. People said they could do it. I would like to have an actual video made up of down the hill, like the guy said, if you have to start on the other side to get, if you got to go through the river, then start on the other side. I don't care. But wherever they walked to and wherever them bodies were found, yeah, I would like a visual. And if anybody can legally get out there and see, this is the catcher. If this road exists and the one I see by the bridge exists, I would like to see if anybody can come up with that too. Because that's a big thing right now that I'm thinking and I'm looking at now that this map was given to me. And I know there's another road that I seen by the river. It's making me, whoa, get goosebumps on the back of my neck. Because there ain't no river over here. And they're saying this was the abduction, but the river's over here and the bridge. That's insane. So see what happens when y'all tag team in with each other and people tag team. That's right. You get more mapping, you get more info, more articles. I've come up with more articles, you just keep digging and digging and digging, and people say, no, this is all misleading. No, this is not misleading because, right, I do these videos to always see if there's something different, something else missed, and goddamn rightfully right now, something is missing. And right now, as I keep looking at this map, this looks like the road that begins and goes under the bridge, near the bridge. And I can almost see it. It's starting to come in. So there's 2 goddamn roads, people. 2 roads. 2 roads. I know there is. That's insane. This is why I do these videos. Because there's always something. And whoever got this mapping and did this mapping, I tell you, just like I said, you got other 2 mappings. Body found over here. Bodies found here. And bodies found way over here. 3 different areas, huh? You want to talk about misleading? And I got the mapping to prove all that right here. Bang. See it? See it? See what I mean? See what I mean? That's what I mean. I'm not misleading nobody. I do my thoughts, theories, ideas, and I look at what's around the area. I, look deep into things, see things, come up with things. And I make people's minds work because they come back to me and show me things too of other things that they look up. And you just got to keep the mind open and other opportunities, not just by what the facts give. Because I'll tell you something right now, seeing this 3 different maps, you're not by the facts. I'm sorry. Sometimes the facts lie. And say so the original, not the original story, but the story on Wikipedia is as close, or the latest update of the story doesn't have none of this, doesn't have 3 locations, doesn't have the 2 roads that are missing that could have been used, doesn't have that little drop-off. Like I say right there, it does not have that drop-off. They said they started at the Morning Bridge way at the beginning. I ain't seen nothing, all articles talk about that drop-off right there. You see it? That's new. 3 different body placements. And I rest my case, especially knowing if there's a 3rd road, 1, 2, and even a road maybe out to that cemetery for an escape route. Everybody has their opinion. Everybody has their own stuff. I have my thoughts, my theories. This is my stuff, ideas, and that's that. And when stuff like this comes up and everybody thinks I'm crazy or nuts or doing it wrong, you know what? You just can't sit inside of one box and sit with that one set of information. You got to think like a killer, and you got to think like an investigator and break out of the box and continue to hunt down more. More in a case is better. More money in your pocket is better. Anything more is better. You tell me if you want to sit in your house with $10 in your pocket, just like this case, $10, you'll be satisfied with that? I don't think so. If there was more and came up to $2,500 because you have 2,500 more pieces of evidence, you're going to be one happy soul. So that's a good analysis there, people. You think you're satisfied with that one story sitting there waiting, $10 in your pocket for this case to be solved? You'll be in the nut house before it gets solved, waiting there like that. I rest my case. Other than that, more to come on this. This is a huge thing in my eyes right now. In all my videos are up. Prove it, what I've been showing. Especially that road. Now there's 2 roads. Insane. And the cemetery, makes you think and wonder. Thoughts, theories, ideas, that's it. Until that next video, folks, be safe, take care. Always beware. Out.